additional vocal producer for the record. We wrote half the record in Lawrence, Kansas last year, and then at the beginning of this year, we finished writing in Chicago. Jeremy came up for about a week and a half. Really hands-on with, I'd say, like 3 to 5 songs or something like that he really worked on melodies, and really him and I would kind of come up with the songs together as compared to just me, and then when he would do his melodies, you know, work with him and stuff. So Jeremy was helped out on a few songs and lended his thoughts. We get along really well with him. Chris has worked with him on A Day to Remember. He produced Homesick with them. So, you know, our bands have toured together a lot, we've worked together a lot, and it was fun. Yeah, like the Zombie EP, like, put it out and everyone was like, oh, like, love the heaviness. Yeah. Everyone was like, everyone said, is this what the new record's gonna be? Is this what the new record's gonna be? And it was like, with how much people were saying that, it felt like it would have been stupid not to make the new record like that. So, yeah, the new record has that heaviness, and I would say it's within different taste. But, and then it has all the melodic aspects, and then it has some like brand new stuff we've never done before, and I wouldn't call it experimental, but sort of experimental for our band.
It's experimental compared to the quote-unquote genre, I guess.
Yeah.
Just trying to be heavy, but not just, oh, tune down low and ring out on an A string numerous times.
I had the idea of Dead Idols, but from that it kind of converted to Dead Throne, putting idols on a throne. Dead Idols sounded too much like No Heroes, so yeah, it was weird. Usually we never name our records till the very last second. We never know what to call them. This time I came up with that name. It was like going to South America or something like that last year.
Over a year ago.
Yeah, so I had the idea for a while, and the whole idolatry idea was sitting on me for a while, which is what a number of the songs kind of are based upon. It's weird. We never like sought out to be a band that like made a ton of records, and I know I'm actually usually really disenchanted when I find a new band I want to listen to, and I see, you know, they have a huge catalog, and now, you know, we've been playing for about 6 years now, and now 4th full length and an EP. So somehow we became one of those bands. I think it was just because, you know, we had an EP we wrote, and then we got signed, and then we added some songs and called it a full length, and then that, because that was never written to be a worldwide distributed record, you know, we wanted to do something else. A year later we put out another record, but I don't know, you know, we'll try to keep it creative. I thought the Zombie EP was a fun original idea, and it was one of the reasons why we did it is so, you know, fans didn't do full length, and you know, I'm sure we'll have more ideas like that down the line. We could do themed records once a year if we wanted to. So, you know, we'll play around with stuff like that, and we'll just keep trying to do stuff that is fresh and new for the fans, something for the fans to get their you know, get their hands on and enjoy, and never really be bored with us, you know, whether we're touring or not.
Yeah.
I like both shows. They have their pros and cons. Obviously, if I had to pick one forever, it would be bigger shows, because the tiny shows are just the most strenuous thing ever, especially like 8 weeks of it, like the Back to the Roots tour. But I love our fans. I love the evolution of our fans, which we've seen a lot with the Zombie EP and now the new record and whatnot. You know, like, we've grown much older and much more jaded with our music taste and everything, and we're really happy that our fans kind of do the same thing, you know, and they can still, you know, we have a portion of them that can still sense the sincerity. You know, they grow up and they say, oh, well, this band doesn't have substance, this band doesn't have substance, and they can look at us and be like, you know, still making accessible heavy music. And whether, you know, we look at Plagues and we're like, this is horrible, and same with Dear Love, this is even worse, but like, at the same time it was still sincere, you know, and it's cool that our fans, or at least, you know, a group of them can sense the same thing, you know, and they can still say like, well, I don't listen to any heavy music besides Prada and then this band, you know, which we love seeing that, because that's who we are too.
Oh, we're not the target audience for Grey's Anatomy, you know, but there's obviously a reason it's there. Like, I guess you know, we've always just tried to do our thing. You know, we make music that we're into and that we like, you know, and there's obviously a lot of other people that are into that, you know, might not care about the things we have to say, or maybe they are turned off by it because their parents don't get it and they don't want them to, and they give them a, you know, Michael W. Smith record or whatever and go, oh, this is blah, 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 you know. I don't know, like, we never just target ourselves in the Christian market, but I know there are a lot of kids that aren't allowed to listen to a lot of other stuff besides us or August Burns Red and stuff like that, so it is cool to,
you know, like,
those.
With, I hate to say like the light already shines in the church, but it really does apply to our music and why we don't do church tours or whatever. We play secular shows back to back and tours. We pick bands to go out on tour that think entirely different than us, but we still get along, you know, and we go out on tour with bands, underneath bands that think entirely different than us. But I don't know, it's an outreach, you know, and like with, like, I'm never one to put down any sort of ministry, or whether, you know, whether it's like pop rock or whatever, you know, because I think that God works in all different ways, you know, and I think he works through us too, and I think what we offer is rebellion, you know, like, no one in this band, like, him maybe, like, we've all been like punk kids, but we've all been like, you know, relatively close to God and all that, you know, but at the same time, like, we still wanted heavy music, we still wanted like aggression, and that's what Prada offers.
I think, if anything, the more we travel the world and grow close together and just see so many different perspectives, you know, a lot of people see stuff like that and they go, well, I can't believe in God because I've seen all these things. But I think our faith grows even stronger just in a different way than a lot of people might see it. You know, a lot of American conservative normal Christians look at God and Christianity as one thing, but I feel like the more, you know, we expand our minds and see everything, the more real it becomes to us, you know. And if we can share that view of it to someone that maybe has only ever gotten a real strict upbringing, then it's rad.